Hello there, EM Fresh here for Fresh and Extreme. And today it's another new bike day, but I've actually had this bike for probably a month now, and is a custom built uh, Turbo Levo 2022 Turbo Levo S Works third generation. So here's what it looks like. Again, excuse my messy garage. Okay, so here is my Turbo Levo S Works 2022. It's the blue raw carbon. And when I got this bike, it didn't come fully together. All it just came was just the frame. Okay. And so I had gone a few places to see if I could find one all put together because it's actually cheaper to buy it all put together, like to buy a complete bicycle. I think it was $15,000 or something. I was like, no, I'm gonna do it myself to save some money, but that didn't happen at all. I ended up spending almost $2,000 more putting this together myself. So this is a $17,000 bike, and I don't have buyer's remorse, but I have a tear in my eye because I spent so much on a bike. But it's very, very nice. Okay, so I'm going to go over what I put on it. Okay, so I'll start from the top here. It's a little dirty because I've been out riding. I'll start with the handlebar here. It's a Spank Spike 35 Vibracore. Okay, because I like comfort. Pretty much everything I get is a Spank with the cushion, the Vibracore stuff in it. Then the Spank Spike, we call it stem. Okay, and it came with the spacers to match. And then we'll go to the TRP Evo DH. And so these are the gold ones. The only thing they had in stock, but I didn't think it would go, but it actually matches up pretty well. Okay, so the next thing we put on here, oh, I put a Fox 38 fork on it. And surprisingly, this one didn't come with the mud guard. The last one I had on my high tower came with the mud guard, but this one didn't. So I had to buy the mud guard here. And it's the bigger version of it. The one on my high tower, I'll show you. Has a, excuse my dirty, but has a shorter mud guard on it right there. All right. So, okay, so then I got the handlebar grips here. Oh, not handlebar grips, but the grips. These are the larger ones. I think they're 35 millimeters. These are massive. And these are by Spank as well. They're very comfortable. My hands, doesn't matter what I'm riding, the worst rock guards, anything. My hands have no fatigue in them. I think it has something to do with also the Vibracore handlebar. Then the next thing, what did I put on this next? Oh, we got the Axis XX1. You see down here, the Axis XX1. I didn't put the cage on. I think it's annoying, but it does look pretty cool with it on. And then, of course, with the 10 to 52, it's supposed to be an oil slick chain and oil slick cassette, but it's all muddy and dirty right now. Okay, then we'll go to the Spank, I think the Spank Uzi pedals. Very grippy. And then we'll go up here. I switched out the link here, this little bar here, with the Cascade Components version for a heavier rider, to give it more progression, actually support my weight better. And so now I can run lower tire pressure. I think it's the Turbo Levo LT link by Cascade Components. Pretty easy to install. And so I don't have to put as much air in my X2 here. So it effectively raises the travel from the stock setting of 150, I believe, in the rear to 160. So I now have 160 travel on the back instead of a stock 150. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, and then I also have the Axis reverb dropper post. Very good dropper post for heavy butt person. that I got. Of course, I got the comfortable Spank, what do they call this, 220, with the lip in the back, long in the front so I can climb pretty easily. And so that's the seat, post and seat. Missing anything, TRP brakes. All right, and then the next thing I did, I didn't realize this was a mullet bike when I got it, so I had to find some tires, a wheel set. So I don't know if I was lucky or not, but I found I had to buy the, first of all, these are Industry 9 rims. There's a 35, I guess, internal. I guess the bigger one. I think it's not the Enduro, but it's just the 35 internal. So they're real 35.5. And so they're the big boy one. I think they're the biggest rims that Industry 9 makes. So we have a 27.5 in the back and then a 29 in the front. So that's the mullet setup. Then I also put the, since I'm already spent the money anyway, got the specialized, I forget what they call it, the Fillmore valves. Work really well, but do not lose these caps because it's not good. Your air will come out. So, and that's basically it. It rides very well. This version has the command center on it, or the new mission control mastermind. It tells you the time. That's what I like. I don't need my watch or anything to tell me the time, to look down your heart rate, everything. How fast you're going. You can even set the axis mini adjuster on if you know what that is. Okay, and then so I think that's basically it. Of course, I had to buy another X2, Fox X2 to go with the link because now it's 160 now instead of 150. So that's why it costs more than a normal bike. One thing really cool I like about this version, didn't think I'd like it, but I just, is the SWAT tube. Okay, another thing I forgot to tell you is on my, the type of tires I have is the Maxxis DHR in the rear, and then the DHRF in the front. So if you didn't know, the DHR is downhill rear, and then the DHF means downhill front. So there's tennis armor inside the insert, not the tube, but the insert inside of these. Because I hate flats, but I don't think I'll get a flat because this is the, I think it's the double down version. I just learned that you learn something new every day that what those DDs and DH casing mean. So I don't think you don't need any tennis armor in these because they're just so thick. The inside is so thick. But but the wheels ride really well. So okay, and that pretty much covers everything for my new 2022 Specialized Turbo Levo Sworks mullet build, custom. All right, until then, if you haven't, hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for my other bike builds, which is my 2022 Trek Session downhill bike. And also my other new bike I got is the Trek Slash. I put a video on already of me riding it, but I'll show you what all comes on. It's the Trek 9.8 XT.